Talking Shirts is presented in partnership with White Oak Cottage. For more information, visit whiteoakcottage.co.uk.
Welcome to this very unique edition of Talking Shirts. I'm Mike from Hull KR Shirts, and today we're going to take a look at a shirt that isn't Hull KR. That's right. So for the first time ever, a shirt that hasn't been worn by Hull KR is featuring on an episode of Talking Shirts. Now you might wonder how this came about. Danny Casey, who is a member of Hull Masters R.L.F.C, reached out to me on social media and asked if I would be interested in doing a video review of the Hull Masters shirt for the 2023-2024 season. Now I love talking about shirts, and also to learn a little bit about Hull Masters, that intrigued me a little bit as well. So here we are, and we're going to take a tour around their 2023-2024 shirt. Before we do that, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about Masters Rugby League.
This season, Hull Masters R.L.F.C have partnered with Elgren as their official kit partner for the 2023-2024 season. The Dewsbury-based sportswear company, which currently supplies Super League teams Wakefield Trinity and Lee Leopards, along with Championship clubs Featherstone Rovers and Dewsbury Rams, will manufacture the club's playing kit and off-field gear for the 2023-2024 season. Hull Masters are delighted to be the first Masters team to partner with the team at Elgren. Hull Masters are an East Hull-based team, starting out in East Park in 2015. They then joined up with the Dockers and later moved to Rosemead Street, thanks to East Hull R.L.F.C. This season, Hull Masters have developed a partnership with the Hull KR Foundation to help promote the game of Masters Rugby League. This includes the use of training facilities, and they also play their matches at Craven Park. The spirit of Hull Masters is that the game is non-competitive. It does not welcome nor allow rough or over-vigorous play. Masters is about enjoyment and having a good time, on and off the pitch. There are no winners, no champions, no leagues, no cup finals. All games end in a 0-0 draw. One of the most important rules of Masters Rugby League is working out what colour shorts a player needs to wear. Players in the age group of 35 to 39 and 40 to 49 will wear white and black shorts, where red shorts will be worn by players of 50 to 59 years. Now, if there is anybody in the 60 to 69, 70 to 79 or 80 year bracket, the colour of shorts that will be worn would be gold, green and blue. At time of recording, Hull Masters R.L.F.C have completed 5 fixtures in their 2023 calendar, but there is still plenty of games to be played between May and December of 2023, including a fixture against York Masters on the 11th of November at home in the John Penny Memorial Game. If you are interested in giving Hull Masters R.L.F.C a try, please feel free to reach out to them on social media via Facebook or Twitter, or turn up at one of their training sessions, which operates from Craven Park, 7 p.m, while 8 p.m. every Wednesday. For further updates, check their social media account.
So now that you've learnt a little bit about Masters Rugby League, let's take a look around the shirt. So as I've said, this one's going to be worn by Hull Masters R.L.F.C, and you can see that there is 4 colours that feature quite prominently across this shirt. You've got red, you've got white, you've got black, and you've got gold. Now these 4 colours are quite synonymous with Masters Rugby League. The shorts that are worn in each game, as you previously learned about on that clip just a moment ago, are red, black, white and gold. Now those 4 colours mean 4 different things in terms of what can be achieved in a game of Masters RL. Now the fact that the 4 colours are all incorporated into the shirt is brilliant, because from an aesthetic point of view, whatever player of whatever age group is wearing will always match with a shirt. You will always have that colour combination where there is the crossover, making it aesthetically pleasing. The other advantage is, being from the city of Hull and us having 2 major rugby league teams, both of the colours that are worn by both teams is very prominent throughout the design. We've obviously got red and white, and we've also got black and white. At the level of Hull Masters, I think it's really important to have inclusion as such a big part of the sport. So being able to represent both Hull FC and Hull KR in the design is something that should really be good for the players that are going to represent Hull Masters R.L.F.C. Whether you support Hull KR or Hull FC, you have got your team's colours quite proudly donned in a shirt that you will wear. So let's go a little bit deeper. We have got this red V, which goes across the front of the shirt, starting at the shoulders and down and finishing just above the sternum. Within that, we've got the Masters Rugby League logo, which is RFL accredited, and Hull Masters R.L.F.C is a member of the Rugby Football League. And then we have got the Masters Club crest there as well. Brilliant. On the front of the shirt, It is predominantly white, but there is quite a bit of grey detailing, and I think this grey just breaks up that white really, really nicely. I think it fits, it really works in terms of the design elements. You'll notice that the grey starts off quite dark and then fades and then gets darker as we go down to the bottom. That's absolutely brilliant for sapphire sign makers. It will appear quite prominently across the front of the shirt. Now their logo pops off that shirt a little bit more than it would do if all these grey lines was the same depth and darkness as those that are at the bottom. So that is a really, really good touch from manufacturers Elgren. Also featuring on the front of the shirt is the Hull Foundation logo. They are the community partner of Hull Masters R.L.F.C for the 2023-2024 season. And we also have a 2p coin up here with the name John Penny written around it. And this is a tribute to former player John Penny, whose nickname was Tuppence. And that's why that appears on the front of the shirt there. As well as the Hull Foundation partnering with Hull Masters R.L.F.C for the 2023-2024 season, Hull Masters R.L.F.C do actually train from Craven Park and play their games on the East Stand pitch as well. It's a really good community involvement between the club and the Hull Foundation, and something which should hopefully take Hull Masters R.L.F.C on to that next level. As we take a look at this sleeve here, you will see that we've got a couple of more sponsor brandings. So we've got Arose Media. Now Arose Media is the media partner of Hull Masters R.L.F.C for the next season. And then we've also got Andy's Man Club and the hashtag It's Okay to Talk. So that's really important. I think these guys send out a really, really good, strong message. Their logo appears very prominently there on the left sleeve. We mentioned it earlier, but you've got a little bit of gold detailing on the cuff, and that goes all the way around to the bottom there. Plenty of room in there. Absolutely brilliant touch. And as we swing it around to this side, we've got a couple of more of the sponsor brandings. So we have got Jaden Press. So their logo appears on this sleeve. And then we've got Damn Right Special, building a brighter future for children with Down syndrome. So again, another charity partner there for Hull Masters R.L.F.C for the 2023-2024 season. And again, we've got the same gold detailing on this side and going all the way around to the bottom. So we've had a little look at the front and the side. We will be having a look at it in the back in a moment, but before we do, here's a quick word from our sponsor.
White Oak Cottage is a 2-bedroom luxury holiday cottage set in the stunning Lincolnshire Wolds. It has 2 ensuite bedrooms, a hot tub, wood burner, Wi-Fi, electric vehicle charger, and is pet friendly. It is ideally situated in the Wolds, yet only 15 miles from the coast and 25 miles from the historic city of Lincoln. For more information, visit whiteoakcottage.co.uk.
Welcome back to this unique edition of Talking Shirts. Here we are with the Hull Masters R.L.F.C shirt for the 2023-2024 season, and as you can now see, we are round to the back of the shirt. So we'll start off with the sponsors. So we've got Flames, Hull and York Limited, and we've also got Yorkshire Staffing. Those logos appear quite strongly on the back of the shirt. We've got Flames within their natural colourway of orange, and then Yorkshire Staffing in their natural colourway with the Yorkshire Rose and a lovely green line splitting the word mark there. So as you can see on the back of the shirt, this one's been numbered up as number 15. This is a spare shirt that Danny has loaned me. So this is a shirt where somebody who was maybe a guest player, for example, or somebody who hasn't got a shirt made up for them yet would wear for a game of Masters Rugby League. And you can also see that it says Hull Masters on the back of the shirt as well. Now everything on here has all been dye sublimated into the shirt. And anybody that does choose to play Masters RL, you can pick your own number and you'll also have your name on the back of your shirt as well. So it's a lovely touch there for anybody that is interested in getting involved within the sport. As you can see, within the number 15, we have got the 2 Elgren logos there. They appear in white on the black. And you will notice that the detailing of the shirt in the grey actually goes through the white of the Elgren logo within the number. Just a nice little touch there. It might have been quite easy just to have those white out and have them sort of just, black and white, but having the fact that the little grey is going through the middle, it's just a nice touch to show that the design does actually continue underneath the number. Now, what is quite interesting, obviously, these shirts are made to a regulation standard, but it's probably not something as strict as what you would find in the Super League. So normally on the back of a shirt, we would expect to see that design just completely blacked out or whited out or just redded out, depending on what colour of the shirt was. So here you can kind of see what a shirt would look like with a name and a number applied over a design. I think on this scenario, it's not actually too bad of an infringement in terms of on the eye and for the referee to be able to spot. But as I say, in Masters, that is probably nowhere near as strong a regulation as what you would find within the Super League. So that's been the tour of the Hull Masters R.L.F.C shirt for the 2023-2024 season. Hope you've enjoyed watching. Something completely different for me. I'd just like to thank Danny for giving me the opportunity to talk a little bit about the Masters shirt. It's something which, you know, you don't quite envisage somebody actually reaching out to you. Obviously, I do a lot in terms of Hull KR shirts, but for somebody to reach out and think that I'd have a positive impact on a club or a shirt and to be able to kind of bring it to a new audience, I really do appreciate that. If there's anybody else out there that's got a community club or a shirt and you want somebody to waffle a few words or do a YouTube video about it, you know, feel free to hit me up. Danny might have started a trend. You never quite know. It's really important though, guys, if you do check out Hull Masters R.L.F.C on Facebook and on Twitter. They are really, really vital in terms of rugby league in this city, giving people an outlet to be able to play. It is a seniors game, so it is for over 35s. And obviously the different coloured shorts represent people within the age bracket. It's non-competitive. Each game finishes a draw. It's very important that it's about the community involvement and a bit of fitness, but you know, just feeling together as part of a core group is something which, after doing a little bit of research, seems very, very, very important to these guys who play Masters RL. Thank you very much for watching this. We'll be back in 2 weeks' time with a brand new episode of Talking Shirts, and it will be a Hull KR shirt on that occasion, I promise. I'm just trying to think what I might do. I might cover a 2022 shirt. Yeah, let's do a 2022 home and we'll make it Lewis Senior. Interesting story about that one. So yeah, check back in another couple of weeks for that. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.